Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? I have some finished things to show you. Well, sort of. I have finished squares to show you because I have an update on a project to show you. I know that was a weird intro, and I'm sorry, but I don't know how to intro that. The project is sort of finished. I'm not making it any better, am I? This is from a while back, you may remember. Let's start there. A while back, you may remember that there was Cal running called Music Theory 101. And it is ran from Neva, from Manic Mama Musings. And I don't know if Neva is going to continue this. I don't know if she's going to run it into next year. I don't know if the project is just done, which is fine. You know, like, it's fine. It was meant, I think, just through this year, and then life sometimes happens. But I have been updating you guys, right? And because I have been doing squares for each one of her things. And I realized yesterday that I had not, even from what she had done, completed what she had done. So today I spent the day crocheting, catching up with what was listed and drawn. So I want to show you them. And then I thought I would do a little recap and just show you the squares that I have done, because I don't remember at this point where I left off showing you. So I thought I'd run through them a little more quickly, but I would show you anyway. I believe I still have the pictures roaming around on my phone, so I can easily pop them in for the album covers. At this point in time, I may show you the squares upside down, or I may not, just because they've been roaming around, and I am trying to go through them pretty quick for you, because there's, several. And yeah, I just figured I would at least wrap this up, because I am trying to do a wrap up of all of my cals and my projects and things, and that's like an ongoing endeavor for me. So I figured, you know what, why don't we just start here? Because if this is like the end for Neva's cal, then it is, and that's okay. And that's totally fine, but we can wrap it up on my end too, and that'll make me feel better. So let's do that, and I'll show you the 3 I worked on today, and then we'll just work backwards. How about that? Okay, because I believe Neva got to 31. I did check her channel, and I'm linking her channel down below, so you guys can go check out her draws, in case, because just because it's even if it's over, just because it's over, you can still go back and get some inspiration if you want, and do projects for the desired results, like for its intended results, I guess. Like if you should want to do this too. So let's get into it. The last pick that she had, which was week 31, is the Thompson twins, Into the Gap. And I'm going to show you the picture right here of their album cover. Here is my take on that, with the different blues, and I am just using like the floppy skeins and the scraps, which I have much less of now that I've done all of my squares for my Stranger Things blanket, but I still have quite a bit, so here we are with it. But yeah, so there's that one. And then week 30 was Whitney Houston, Love Whitney, and there is the cover for that. So I picked the background colors that blended into each other. I wasn't doing all the blending. And then I picked one of the greens from her pretty feathery boa, or her coat, or what, her garment that she's got going on, that situation down there. And I just did that square. And I'm just doing 7 round granny squares. But yeah, that was my take on the different colors going on there. So that's my square for Love Whitney. And then week 29 was the self-titled Lindsay Sterling album. So we're going to pop that picture in here. Lindsay's sitting on a really dark green park bench with her violin. I did not work in the violin, which is the one thing I wish I had done. However, Lindsay's got this white, black, and red sitting there amidst this green. Like I said, she's sitting on a dark green bench, which I found that color of in my scrap balls. So here's her dark green bench. There's colors representative of Lindsay. So I just did something a little more simple, but like I said, like kind of focusing on her and her outfit sitting on that bench. So there is week 29. And then the 4 that I wasn't positive if I showed you, and I guess I could have went back and looked to see, but it's been a while in my videos, so I did not. I actually think I did show you this, so we'll go through these pretty quick. I do think I showed you these now that I'm thinking of it. We've got the Pretty in Pink album. So here's Pretty in Pink. I just did the different shades of the album here. So that was my square for Pretty in Pink's soundtrack. And then we've got the Black Eyed Peas, The Beginning. And I remember there were different album covers for that, like slight variations. And I had just settled on one. So I did like an homage to that, where it was broken up into squares with different 8-bit characters. But that was the Black Eyed Peas, The Beginning. And then we had, man, I'm not going to remember which one was top and which one was bottom here. I'm going to show you both ways. We had Willie Nelson, A Beautiful Time. I don't remember if it went this way or this way. I think it went this way, if I remember right, but you're seeing the album cover. I'm not. So here it is. And then we had, my notebook is folding up on me here with the weight of the things. We had Ozzy Osbourne, A Blizzard of Oz. And it was another one where I just used the inspiration of colors from the album cover. And then we had Alicia Keys, Alicia. And I don't remember which way this one was facing either, so I will give you all options. But we had, I broke the colors up on that one, I remember too, because she was different squares or something, I remember. So there is my take on her. And then we had Lisa and Cult Jam, Spanish Fly, which I do remember loving the colors of, like absolutely loving the colors. And so there was my take on that one. I'm pretty sure I have this one right as far as the up and down. And then we had Michael Jackson's Thriller, which was just black and whites, so I made that week pretty easy, I'm sure, but you know, I used one yarn that was in the different variegations of black and white. And then Frank Sinatra duets, and I remember trying to find a yarn that had kind of encompassing all the different colors that I could find in that album, and I had found this Hobby Lobby one that I really liked for that one. I'm sure it was missing some of the colors, but it also had a lot of the colors in it. So there was the Frank Sinatra duets. And then there was George Strait, Does Fort Worth Ever Cross Your Mind? And I remember the blues and pinks and stuff really standing out to me. So I got to use one of these vintage yarns that I've been holding on to that was kind of a one-off that I had. And I was really happy to do that. So there was my George Strait square. And then coming in at week 19, we had Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In, which was totally a Heather band. So we had Poison, Look What the Cat Dragged In. Those awesome wild colors of the 80s. Oh, I love them. And then the Chicks, Gaslighter, which I believe used to be known as the Dixie Chicks, if I have my bands right. And I did this for their album. I don't remember what that album looks like right now, but here we are. Doesn't matter if I remember it. I remember what the square looks like, right? And then we had Tupac Resurrection. And I know I love the colors in that one because here it is. I love the way this square looks a lot. So we had Tupac Resurrection. And then self-titled Hailstorm by Hailstorm. And if I remember right, that one was kind of a like a steampunky looking cover art. So here we are with that one. And then we had Kiss Love Gun, which I believe faces this way, because I think this was kind of my attempt at the Colosseums on the album. We had Kiss Love Gun right there, which would have been week 15. Oh no, I just realized I only started writing these down at week 13. I guess we're going to go from my memory, or I'm just going to show you the squares after that. So there was Kiss Love Gun. And then we had Eminem Infinite. And I don't remember which way this goes, but there's Eminem Infinite. So we'll just show you all possible combinations. I can't remember, you guys. For week 13, the final one I wrote down was Billie Holiday, Lady Sings the Blues. This must have been when I was trying to stay caught up with it. But again, I don't remember which way the album cover went. But there was the Billie Holiday. So now we're on our own. And this one was Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. I do remember that. So there's the Joan Jett one. I don't remember the album, but I know that was Joan Jett. Oh, I don't remember this album. But I know it was definitely a take on the album cover. It wasn't just the colors. I don't remember which album that was, though. But that's another one. That would be week 11. So we're down to week 10. I know I should remember what this one was. I think this was a Beastie Boys album, if I can remember right. I could be wrong, but I think it was a Beastie Boys album. And then we had, this is a Post Malone album. I think this is this not, it's a date. It's like, I want to say it's August 27th because I think it was my birthday. Does he have an album called that? I don't know Post Malone, clearly. Or maybe it was August 17th, something close to my birthday. But it's a Post Malone album for sure. I know that. So that is for his album. Because he was painted up like a devil with fire around him. This was for a country singer that I ended up really liking, and I discovered him because of Neva. Oh my gosh. Think I'm in love with you. Oh, what is his name? Of course I can't remember it right now. It'll come back to me later when I'm not recording. But anyway, this was his album. And I know I definitely loved all the oranges and the browns in his album. And then I know this one. This is Fozzie's Boombox. It's my boys. And we had Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion. No, it was this way. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion. And then I feel like I should know this one too. Help me out, guys. Oh, I can't remember it. I don't want to spend a lot of time just sitting here staring either, but I cannot remember right now what this one was. But I feel like I should really remember this one. We're going to pass on it, but there it is. Anyway. And then I believe this was an Earth, Wind, and Fire greatest hits. I think. Was this Keith Sweat? Now I can't remember. But I remember making the square. And then I remember being very proud of this square. But I can't remember the album. But I was very proud of making the different colors. Clearly I'm very bad at the early remembering, huh? I can't believe I started my notes at week 13 and didn't realize. And then we had week 1, which I also don't remember. This is a rock album. I do remember, and it's on the tip of my tongue. This is... This is a 90s band or 2000s band. It's not 80s, that's why I can't remember it. Five Finger Death Punch. I can't remember the album, but I'm pretty sure it's Five Finger Death Punch. Neva, you're going to have to let me know which ones I got right or wrong. In the ones I can't remember. Oh, was the country singer Chris Stapleton? That might have been him. I know I do really like him now. Anyway. Then I had these 4 squares. Because when I had assumed there was going to be the 52 of the year, I made these 4 to round the squares out to 56 to make, I mathed out that would make the right amount for a blanket, like an even amount. But if my math is correct, this will make 35, which will still be the right amount to make a blanket. So it works out right that these Halloween squares, which make me think of Neva and I feel are also very Heatherish, it worked out that those 4 squares were already made. So that is, like I said, if she does not want to continue, that's totally fine, because you know what, life happens and inspiration falls, or things happen, things just happen. But for my own kind of like peace of mind, now I feel this is complete. So the next time you see these, hopefully they'll be joined into a blanket and completed. And I will have a memory of Neva. So, for the books, until you see a completed object from me. But I just wanted to share that. Yeah, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go, because I feel that I am starting to shiver, because this room is real cold, and I don't want you to start hearing that in my voice, but it is getting cold in here. So, I am going to go crochet a little bit by the heater while this is uploading, and I will talk to you guys later. All right. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.